Hey guys, so this is a review on Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence, as you can see right there. So, later today, right before work, I'm gonna go watch Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. Hopefully that would be good. I'm probably not gonna have this video up before work, and I'll probably get off between 11 at night and 1:30 in the morning. So I'm probably gonna have this particular video up pretty late, and then I'm probably going to have Ghost in the Shell, the one that came out this year, up tomorrow. Hopefully. So, Ghost in the Shell 2, does it do the first one's, does it do justice to the first one, or does it make fun of it? Does it give it a bad name? No. It's nothing compared to the first one. So if you liked the first one, I think you'll like this one. But if you weren't a huge fan of the first Ghost in the Shell, and you're like, oh, maybe, the second might be better. No. If you didn't like the first one, this one's not going to win you over. Or at least that, I don't think it will. But one thing I really do like in this movie is it does not forget one of my favorite characters in the first one, and that's Major Motoko Kusanagi. I really like that character, and even though And when you see this movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but she's nothing like the first one. And if you know the end, you'll know why. If you know the end of the first movie, you'll know why she is how she is in the second movie. And I thought it was really cool, especially near the end. Near the end, usually movies, in my opinion, will start off pretty okay and then end off on a bad note. In this movie, the first act was okay. Second act was pretty good, but the third act, in my opinion, was the strongest out of the three. That's how I felt. So the good, all the characters I really liked. Togasa, I'm glad they went more into his character. Bato, I'm glad they didn't forget about his character. And I like that his dog was in it. And Major Motoko Kusanagi, her role was phenomenal in this movie. I really liked it. And what this movie is about is these sex dolls going rampage. There's this one scene that they were trapped in this maze. And that's my favorite part of the movie. I thought that part was so cool. At first, I was like, okay, maybe the second time, I don't know why they're doing this, but then it's like, oh, dang. And then it happened again, and I was like, okay, and you see what's different and what's the same and how he deals with it. I thought that was pretty cool. The downside is, so the first movie got pretty philosophical. I liked it though. I thought it did good when it was philosophical. This one, it's like they were in a room and they were like, okay, the first one was philosophical, people liked it, so let's times it by 7. So that's what it felt like. It's like every other sentence was something philosophical. Even if it was the smallest thing, it had to have a philosophical meaning behind it. That part got really annoying. Like I said, the first one, when they did it, I thought it was smart, I thought it was cool, I thought it was different. This one, it's like they just threw it in your face, like, bam, 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 philosophical this, philosophical that. It just got irritating. And another thing is some of the animation was good, but then the other animation, they tried to mix two different types of animations, and the first one they kind of did it, but it's not really too noticeable. Unless you watch Ghost in the Shell 2.0, which I refuse to watch because I watched 2 minutes of it and the animation was terrible. Some people like the animation, I personally do not. And the Ghost in the Shell 2, it had too much of the animation and I wasn't a fan of it. So overall, do I like it? Do I not like it? What do I think? Like I said earlier in the video, if you do like Ghost in the Shell, the first one, you will like this one, I believe. But if if you think the first one is like average or below, then don't watch this one. It's not gonna win you over. It's not gonna be anything like the first one on like how good it is. And I would give this movie a C plus, a solid film. I like it, and I will watch this movie again, but it's definitely not as good as the first one. Although the third act is phenomenal, I don't think it can win you over for the first two acts. Not that the first two acts were bad, just they're not as good as the third one. So what do you think of Ghost in the Shell 2? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What is your favorite sequel? Comment below, let me know, and like always, I'll see you next time.